sudden adventures.
An adventure.
Walk of shame.
Hey, get away from my car, man. You don't want any problems.
Wait!
Ladies, you're 2 weeks behind on the rent again.
You're not gonna say anything? Explain where you were all night?
I saw something on the news.
Lisa!
It's your roommate. Sky, you should probably contact the police.
That would be stupid of me.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her.
Hi, Cameron. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, I mean, it's only been 2 days. Merry Christmas. What do
Merry
you do for the holidays this year?
I'm actually in Spain at the moment. I traveled here. I basically spent Christmas flying, which was my way of avoiding the craziness of the airports. I figured it would be a little bit less on Christmas Day, and I was right. So, I did all my celebrating with friends and family and stuff prior, and now I'm over here, and I'll be here throughout New Year's, and should be pretty fun.
Oh, awesome. What are you doing in Spain? Do you have any cool plans? I mean, I'm just in Texas, so I need to live through you right now. So
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Texas, and yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna be visiting some museums over here. I went to the Sofia Reina museum today, which was really beautiful, and I'm going to Museum del Prado tomorrow. Both of these are in Madrid. Then I'm going to Barcelona after that, and seeing some stuff over there as well. Yeah, I'm basically, I'm just here for like the architecture and the art, and then also the food. I love the food, and it's really beautiful. And I just been like eating so much since I got here, and will be continuing to do that for my entire trip. So that's basically my plans.
okay, well, whenever I went, like you think you're eating so little because it's tapas, but you eat so much of it. You're
It's
stuffed.
it's constant. It's
Yeah.
constant. And like all I want to do is like see all the great like tapas bars, and you had just have like a drink here, a bite here, a drink here, a bite here. Before you know it, you're just like, I am stuffed.
Yeah.
And
That's how they trick
having a
you.
good time.
They're like, it's like portion control, but then you do it all night and it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, no, it's
But
great.
that's really awesome. So a lot of people like to take the end of the year and look back. So for 2021, what were the greatest, most memorable moments for you?
I mean, shooting this movie was definitely a highlight. We shot in rural Montana, in Big Sky and Bozeman as well, and that was really just beautiful over there. I'd never been to that state before, and seeing Yellowstone was really just gorgeous, and so that was pretty amazing. I also shot a movie with Morgan Freeman and Juliette Binoche called Paradise Highway. We shot that in Mississippi, kind of all over the state, and I'd never been there. And working with those two terrific actors was also definitely a highlight of my year for sure. We entered the year by finishing up my show Shameless. We shot the 11th and final season, and that finished airing earlier this year. So that was definitely a big moment, and kind of a sea change in my life and in my career. So that was very exciting. And yeah, I've been writing. So I wrote my first limited series. I wrote all the episodes for that. Yeah. And I think that was a big moment as well. So it's just, most of my moments, I would say, have been work related. Unfortunately, with all the craziness of the lockdowns and everything, I don't know how many memories outside of work I had the chance to make, but that just meant that for me, I was just throwing myself full force into doing that, and I feel very lucky that I had the chance to be able to work on those things.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're starting off 2022 pretty strong. I mean, Shattered comes out January 14th. Is there any other projects that you're super excited that'll be coming in 2022?
Yeah, well, that movie with Morgan Freeman that I mentioned will be coming out sometime next year. I don't think we have an official release date for that. And I have another project that I'm working on right now that I unfortunately can't say what it is, but
Are
hopefully
you
that.
sure? No, I'm just kidding.
I know, yeah. I wish that should be coming out either next year or I don't know if it's next year or the year after, actually. So who knows? But either way, I'm looking forward to that. And we'll see. We'll see what's coming up. But yeah, do you have any big things from the past year?
I mean, this past year, so I started broadcast journalism after, like it's like 2 years. I got out of college 3 years ago. So I've been doing this during the lockdown. So all of these have been Zoom, but I finally got to do the Spider-Man red carpet in LA. So we
Right
got
on.
our first in-person one. So yeah, that was mine have been work related too. So
That's quite like the first in-person job too.
oh, don't even get, I was like, what is this world? I need to move to LA as soon as possible.
I mean, it's not normally like that. I went to the premiere for the first of the new Spider-Man movies. And yeah, Disney does it different in their premieres. Like they usually shut down like Hollywood Boulevard for
Oh
like
yeah.
blocks, and there's so much like pomp and circumstance, and people are so excited about those movies. I mean, after the last Spider-Man movie, I think that's very clear how much people love them. But
Yep.
yeah, seeing how excited people are and how electric that air is for those movies is pretty crazy, and it's definitely wonderful. But like, kudos to you for enjoying that experience as much as it seems like you did, and also congrats on
Well,
starting
thank
the career.
you. I hope one day to interview in person too. But I mean, this is pretty exciting because I grew up kind of with you and your character, Ian Gallagher, like you mentioned. And it's so cool to watch you now. Now you're playing like a dad and a divorcee. And I'm like, we're adults now. This is crazy. So let's get into Shattered a little bit. I mean, this is a little different for you. So there's a lot more gore. It's a thriller. And I'm curious, have you always been interested in this genre or what made you want to join this?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I watched a lot of movies like this growing up. I've always kind of been into genre movies of just different types, not specifically just thrillers or horror movies, but just like I love when movies really lean into the fact that they're genre and have a self-awareness and a sense of humor about themselves. And that was something that I really saw in this movie. I mean, as like violent as it is, and it's dark and very tense, but it's also quite funny. And
Yes.
the movie makes choices to not take itself too seriously at times, and not so much that I feel that it undercuts the tension, but enough that you have it's almost by contrast, by juxtaposition. When you allow some humor into your movie, then the highs feel higher and the lows feel lower. So yeah, I mean, it was just something that it was something that I had never done before, and I think that's what attracted me to it. I sat down with the director Luis Prieto, and we had a Zoom, because now you can't actually sit down with people anymore. But we had a Zoom discussing the movie when it was offered to me, and I really loved and how he described it to me, which is like he wanted the movie to start almost feeling like a romantic comedy or something like that, and for the connection between these characters to feel genuine and to feel like you have something there, so that when it goes crazy and gets very dark, you feel like something has been lost. And I thought that was really intriguing. And he just had like a bunch of different ideas for the movie that I thought were kind of a bit bonkers, and in a way that I really liked. I liked that I didn't know where he was going to go with some of the things he was going to say, and that was something that the script had as well, where it's just like from one page to the next, you don't necessarily know where it's going to lead, and it goes so much further than what you think it's going to go. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
There's a lot of twists and turns to hold on to, but one of the things that really interested me, normally stories like this, it's the woman that's the victim, you know what I mean? Like she's the one getting preyed on, and then she's captured or kidnapped, and this time it was like a narrative switch. And I'm curious, why was that so interesting? It was like the woman that was the strong powerhouse and the man was vulnerable in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Sky is definitely using Chris's blind spots against him, and I think one of those blind spots is the way that he perceives her and his relationship with women. I don't know if he necessarily has the most functional relationships with women, and it seems like he has this kind of assumption of Sky as just this innocent thing that, you know, let me take you under my wing, and I'm the man, so I'm the protector, and I know what I'm doing, and blah blah blah. And I think that she really does use that against him, and punishes him for it in a pretty big way. You know, I think that also Chris is just a guy who is living a life of immense privilege, and you know, he experienced a lot of success from a very young age, and now is kind of just like cashed out his chips, and he's living in this sort of like a gilded cage, you know, this like little house high up on a hill that is metaphorically and literally looking down on other people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think that that extends even to a certain extent to his relationship with Sky. That being said, I do think he has genuine feelings for her.
Yeah.
And I do think that there is a legitimate connection. And I wouldn't go so far as to say that Chris is just some, you know, chauvinistic pig or something like that, but I do think that he has a unfortunate relationship with the women in his life. And yeah, so I thought that that was an interesting turn that the movie takes. And you know, Lily Krug, the actress who plays Sky, just has so much fun with that. And I do think that the times that it's just like very funny and free and nasty is great. And you know, I love that. And I think it was really cool to see her. This was her first lead role in a movie. And
Wow, she was incredible.
Yeah, I think that that's going to be a big explosion onto the scene for her. And I think it's very well deserved, you know, because it is quite the performance. It is very fearless and out there, and it's material that you know, you have to really go full force at, or otherwise it won't work. And I think that she absolutely did.
Yeah, you both did incredible. It's truly, truly incredible. So I have one last comment. And I'm curious, this is my theory of this movie. In another dimension, this could have happened. What do you think everything would have been different if Chris had a dog? Do you think that would have changed the course of everything? I'm curious.
Look, I think that the number one rule in American movies, not that this is necessarily American movies, people have made it, we're not American, but in American movies, the number one rule is don't kill the dog, right?
Don't kill the dog.
Yes. You can't kill the dog, right? Unfortunately, if Chris had a dog, I don't think that dog was going to make it. So I think for everyone, me included, I'm glad that there was no dog in the movie.
Okay, that's true. I didn't even think about, nope. Do not kill the dog. I'm glad.
I would have had a very bad time.
That's so true. Okay, theory crush. That's fair. All right. Well, I am so excited for 2022. Any resolutions? Are you a resolution guy?
I'm not really a resolution guy, no.
No keto diet for you this year or anything like that?
I'll probably end up doing that if I have a role that requires it. I mean, unfortunately, but so much of my life is kind of just dictated by what are the upcoming projects. So that usually is informing what I'm studying, what I'm doing, what I'm learning, how I'm eating, blah, blah, blah. So we shall see what that will be going forward. But yeah, no resolutions, just being very thankful for the stuff that came for the year prior. Thankful that, you know, I'm here and I get to live another year. And looking forward to the things that I get to do. So yeah, I mean, that's really it. Any resolutions on your side?
Just that everyone goes and sees Shattered, you know, on January 14th. That's my only wish for 2022.
Wow, thank you very much. That's quite the plug. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited for everyone to see you in this different role. You are incredible, and I'm excited to talk to you in person soon.
Great. That sounds great.
All right,
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Cameron.
Stay back.
I love the dark.
Well, who'd you kill?